All right, you little tubers, we're back for some more drafting here on Arena, back into the realm of the Chromatic Cube. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. And yeah, we will jump right into our pack. I'm debating if I want to appease all the babies that are complaining about blue-red and not draft blue-red. But that just wouldn't be me now, would it? No, I do think I want to try to do some different archetypes, even though blue-red has been tremendous. I've had like an 85% win rate, 80 or 85% win rate. We've trophied like 85% of our drafts, so blue-red is the real deal, or at least forcing it has worked out rather well. I mean, I do think the best card in this pack is Goldspan Dragon, but if we want to do something else, what would we end up taking? Like quasi-duplicate? That should wheel anyways. Maybe a land here's okay. I don't think the green ramp deck is very good. I'm still just going to take the Goldspan Dragon here. I legit think it's just the best card in the pack. And this is the nerfed version, so it only gets the treasure when you're attacking, but still a very, very good individual win con by itself. Okay, so I could just force the Soul Herder deck right off the bat. Now, normally I would take the Nicol Bolas here, but again, to appease all you children, the complainers, getting their way finally, I will take this Soul Herder. And we are going to try to do some flicky nonsense. Maybe try to get, Teleportation Circle, some other nice ones like Muldrift or Cloud Blazer. This is another fun deck. I don't think it's necessarily the best deck, but it can certainly come together. I'm going to just, take the Soul Herder here, hope that the Nightclub Bouncer comes back, although I don't expect it to. But yeah, normally I would just take Bolas. And we'll follow that up with... Ooh, pretty bad pack overall. I mean, we could also try to do like a tokeny theme. I don't think third pick Raise the Alarm's anything good, though. Growth Spiral. I think the Flicker deck is normally Bant or Esper, so we could take like the Freebooter here, or maybe like the Menagerie Curator. Both of those would be fine. I could also just take a land or Celestis or Growth Spiral, all pretty good. I think Celestis is fantastic in basically any deck in this format, except for maybe like the most aggressive decks, which I don't think there are too many super good aggressive decks, so I'm happy to take that here. Oh, okay. And so maybe now we take the Parallel Lives and look toward maybe a Blinky token deck. Hallowed Respite, not that important. Temple Garden is here. Yeah. All right. I'm down to take the Parallel Lives, and maybe we do like Bant Flicker / Bant tokens, which means maybe Ginny Faye is a consideration. Kogla's all right. What does Dennick do again? Something irrelevant. Gambit's a free roll. Bankbuster's okay. I don't think we really want that, though. I'm down to take like the Ginny Faye, though, if we're going to go down the tokens and the Blink route. Let's try that. Making some weird picks I wouldn't normally make, but we'll see if this can work. Oh, Illyrios now. Good one. Makes tokens. Good flicker target. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, nice. Into Companion or Overseer. I think we want the 2-drop here more than the 3-drop, as awkward as that is. So this is a limited format, yes, but it's more like drafting a constructed deck than drafting a good limited deck. So in limited, this would just be a good card, right? 2/1 flyer for 3 with draw a card, gain a life. But in a constructed type deck, so in like a cube, I would rather have the cheaper one, the one that comes down a turn sooner. Okay, as we pick up I guess Jetmir's Garden could be okay for white and green fixing. Touch the Spirit Realm's okay, you can flicker your own creatures or use it as a removal spell on the opponent's stuff. I guess I'm okay taking the green-white fixing here, let's do that. If an effect would create one or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many of those tokens instead. So only Illyrios makes tokens currently. I guess if we did end up playing the dragon, that does make tokens, but think Bant is where we want to be. Anyway. I'm sure I'll open like a Magma Opus in pack number 2, and then like a Scholar of Lost Troves will be passed to us, and I'll be upset, but... another deck I want to try that I haven't played yet is like the Red-Black Sacrifice deck. I don't think it's as good as it has been previously. I don't actually think there are all that many good sack outlets. But I've been told that it is good, and I mean, there are things like Obnixilis that, crazy enough, I didn't get to play Obnixilis at all in Streets of New Capenna. Despite, I mean, I did do like 90 drafts of it. I don't think I saw Obnixilis once, except on the opposing side of the battlefield. Okay, this... Hopefully I'm not disconnected here. It doesn't say there's a pack on me, so I think we're okay, but yeah, good. Get a Baron on the wheel here is pretty good for the Flicker deck. Yeah, and I mean, you can bounce your own stuff for extra value as well. Good. I do think blue-white is normally the baseline of these decks, so maybe Ginny Fey is going to be a little bit of a stretch. Like, that's going to be green, green, white. But we'll see. Oh, wow, we did wheel the freaking Nightclub Bouncer too, yeah. There's an Endatha Tryon, which would also be fantastic, but what I could end up doing is... I mean, I guess we're more of the Flicker deck than we are the Tokens deck. Right? We could just cut these two. If we really wanted to. I mean, we'll get some free roll lands. But... does look like we are just blue-white for now. We will see. It's only pack 1, so no need to super hard commit as we get the Hollowed Respite back. Good, good, good. This one's really sad, though. It's worth playing if you have enough synergies, but the fact that it's a sorcery, kind of sad. So you really want to have good value cards instead of, like, combat tricky cards for that one. Like I said, the aforementioned, Drifter, Cloudblazer, what's that 4-mana one called? 2/3. It's like a baby Elite Guard Mage. What else? Actually, I guess there are a bunch of creatures that draw cards when they enter the battlefield. Like Solemn Simulacrum would even be good enough. Draws a land effectively. We have the Spirited Companion already. Anyways. The funny thing is, I bet you, well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll take Shelter here. This is actually a really nice one. Love this combat trick. Might not like it as much in Cube necessarily, but if you're playing the Flicker deck, you know, you're planning on targeting your creatures a lot, right? And as such, having a way to protect them in response to your opponent, like, imagine you cast Hollowed Respite on a Cloudblazer, your opponent goes for a Lightning Bolt, and then you have Shelter to protect it. That's just a huge blowout. Something like that. Okay, pack number 2. Lots of goodies here. Cavalier of Dawn's a pretty good Flicker target. Yorion is just a good Flicker card, period. There's a Solemn here, what we were talking about earlier. Cold Steel Heart for a little rampant fixing. Stance. I don't think the mana rocks are as good in this style of deck as other decks, like the blue-red deck I like to draft so much. So I don't think it's as necessary. Hell, we could even take the Krasis here if we wanted to. Yorion should wheel, so I think Solemn's probably the choice. I think this is the card that's least likely to wheel that we would want. I fully expect Cavalier to wheel. Triple White's really awkward. I fully expect Yorion to wheel. And then you might even wheel like Kindred Denial, so let's just go with Solemn. Ooh, well, there's the teleportation circle. I really don't like passing Alrund's Epiphany. I really don't like passing Starnheim Unleashed. Oh, another really, really good card is this Guardian Evangel. Had this played against me earlier, and wow, it is surprisingly good. Like, it just scales super well. Well. Turn 2, it's a 3/1. Turn 4, you get 2 3/1s. Turn 6 or whatever, yeah, you know. You just get more and more and more. But also passing a hollowed fountain here. But now we can full on commit. As we get potentially a Cavalier of Gales. So we can still keep that token theme in the back of our mind, but I think that's probably just going to be pitched for now. Voracious Great Shark is only a good flicker target if you can instant speed flicker, which we can't do right now. So I think we'll just take the Cavalier for now. Iganjo's okay. I guess there's nothing else in this pack for us anyways. Just a free roll land. Really weak pack. I guess we could take the Temple of Mystery just in case, but... feels like Iganjo's a free roll. It's a Glacial Fortress here. Risen Reef's another really good flicker target, although I don't think there are too many good ways to make elementals in this format. I mean, I actually have an elemental already too, but... yeah, we'll just take the land. Polymorphist is a decent flicker target. Counterpart for copying's not bad. Farewell is always just a solid card. Kind of like taking the Polymorphist here, though. Yeah, maybe we're straight blue-white. Can't go wrong with that. What are the other flicker cards in the format? I guess there's Thassa, Momentary Blink. What else? Oh, that was it? So we get a Rafine's Tower or a Cast Out. Are we possibly a little bit short on playables? Yeah, Cast Out might be good here. Okay, yeah, removal's removal. So Circle can also bounce artifacts, which means if we do get like Key to the Archive, it could still be a really, really solid card in this deck, even though we're not really ramping into anything. Oh, you know what? Hollowed Respite doesn't even work with Baron or Illyrios, does it? I guess that's slightly awkward, but whatever. I would call this more of a force than a lot of the blue-red drafts I've had. Like, clearly we went into this draft, what, second picking Soul Herder and saying, you know, we're gonna go try to make this work. Oh, Cyber Siphoner too, man. Ah, this card is super good, but I don't have much to get with it on the flicker, but I think it's still worth taking. Right now we have the Shelter, and I guess the Hollowed Respite. It's really good with Denial, that's for sure, but we'll take the Cavalier here, I think. Actually, you know what? We have 2 flash creatures on... No, we have 3 spells that cost 4, but all have flash. That makes the Kindred Denial really good. I can just pass with 4 mana open, you know? Wow, Fountain on the wheel here. Yeah. But yeah, I can just pass the turn with 4 mana open. And then, if they don't play anything worth countering, flash out one of the 4s. I think that's a good idea. I guess what's our biggest problem right now? Removal, kind of? We have Cast Out and Polymorphist and a bounce. So what are we still looking for? I guess more early plays. We have a ton of 4s, but we're looking for more 2s and 3s. I don't think we're ever going to run that. Maybe still playing the token deck. The green-white token cards are all coming around, for the record. This is not a good card. Narset, sure.
The prowess of my ancestors.
More token cards. We have a free roll Lutri here, which I guess I'm going to end up taking. So, it does feel like I should have been in green-white tokens, but what's done is done. We'll go ahead and just take the Lutri for the free roll. As always. I am not confident in this, but you never know. Anointed Procession too. And there goes a Whirler Rogue. Well, we'll take the Whirler Rogue here. Another good 4-drop. I guess Siphoner's probably going to end up being a cut anyway, since we don't have very many targets. I'm probably going to end up cutting the Denial as well then. Is this a good deck? Would it be better with green? We will find out soon enough as we get a... Ooh, a Spara's headquarters here. Very nice. Already fixes for blue and white, and if we add the green, then it's going to be perfect. Is he starting to believe? Is he starting to believe in the green cards? Maybe. Oh, I guess Ephemerate proper is also in this format, isn't it? Wow, there are a lot of blink cards. You can get Thassa, Circle, Soul Herder, Respite, the Ephemerate, Momentary Blink, probably a few others. Well, there's the Thassa. Good. And we're going to really hope we can wield the Clone Crafter. I normally don't like this card, but in a Flicker deck it's perfect and it's 2 mana, so... You know what? Maybe I have enough Flicker that I actually need to take the Clone Crafter and hope to wield a Thassa. No, I like that idea better. Never mind. Let's take the 2-drop and just... Even if we don't wield the Thassa, it's not the end of the world, but... Let's do that instead. Ugh, as we get a non-pack here. Am I going to play any of these green cards? Probably not. There's a very sad Ral.
I never back down from a challenge.
Champion of Wits is pretty good. Stowaway on 2 is pretty good. Command's insane. Champion's a better Flicker target, I guess. But Stowaway is a better 2-drop. Well, something to do earlier. Let's take the 2-drop. Oh, Spark Double's not a bad Flicker target. Yeah, I can dig that. I'm at 17 playables currently. As we get a deserted beach here. I'm gonna have to throw in some of these random cards, but I think that's fine. Atris would have been a really good splash too, wouldn't it? Take Torrens or Mikaeus. I don't think Mikaeus makes too much sense. This is really awkward. I guess we'll take the Mikaeus. Finale of Glory is pretty nice as well. Just some random top-end card to play. So up to 3 instants and sorceries. Yeah, not running that Saiba. I guess we can still run the Kindred. Counters are always a great in cube. This is an okay Flicker target, but it's not great. Do you have enough tokens? I guess with Whirler Rogue, maybe it's alright. Really hoping I don't have to play this Ghostly Pilferer. Doesn't even have flying. Even though it looks like it kind of should. Big oofs. Nice, wield the champion. Okay. So we did get there in playables, but a little bit short on the good playables. It looks like somebody did in fact take the Thassa after all. Not a big deal. We already have a lot of Flicker anyways. Though it would have just been a little bit nicer with the Thassa. Yeah. We got basically just enough playables. We can run our Lutri as a companion as a free roll. Here we go. This is for all those complainers out there that said they're tired of blue-red. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Need to go up on blue and down on white. Alright, we'll give it a shot. Hopefully we can get some wins out of this. I think on average we're probably set up for like 3 wins. I don't think this deck is great, but I think this is going to be a deck that play skill is really going to determine how we do here. And lead on the tap land. Blooming Marsh Squirrel. Well, I don't mind seeing that. Not seen any good squirrel decks. That is to say, sacrifice ability of decks. Bad news, Valky. I've got no creatures in my hand. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, I'm happy to trade here. I think we'll just put Lutri in our hand, since I don't think it's worth polymorphing the Valky. Another thing I could have done was not blocked with the companion and polymorphist my own companion. That's obviously a fantastic draw step. The opponent knows I have the denial in my hand, but they might run out of bait spell still, and we really will be happy with countering a 4-drop, because that's where the majority of our good spells are. And if they just pass, I'll Lutri. Get a little bit of pressure on the board. Smack in here. Yep. I'm happy to wait 1 turn. Ideally, we draw a land next turn so I can go Stowaway plus Hold Up Denial. They're gonna have to run into my counter eventually. Or maybe not. Who knows? Maybe they draw some spells that I don't care about and I fall too far behind and then I'm forced to do something, but... Sure. Good. Did find the land. We will definitely just shelter here. That bouncer was a fantastic draw. This is what I was saying with the denial in my deck. Remember all those 4-mana flash cards that I have? We don't care about that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and bounce this out then. Oh, they're just over it. Sure. Awkwardly, the nightclub bouncer has to bounce something, I think. Let me double check that card. So I wouldn't be able to ambush the Valky, which is why I didn't go for it. Yeah, non-land permanent. So I would have had to bounce the Valky, but then we would have had the Kindred Denial open for it when they recast it, so... Our opponent really didn't do anything there. I don't think that was a... yeah. Don't take that as an example of this deck being good. Although I don't think this deck is bad. Don't get me wrong. But I think if we run into like a good control-y deck or something, or a better aggro deck, I guess I wouldn't even call this deck aggro. We'll see how it plays out. On to game number 2. Again, I do want to reiterate, even though I said this was like a 3-win quality deck, it doesn't mean we can't get to 7 wins. That doesn't mean we can't go 1-3 from here. You know? This is Magic, baby. Anything is possible. If we play against a lot of similar decks, who knows? This looks like a decent hand, though. Needs to find a Soul Herder or the Circle, but definitely not bad as we get a free roll Lutri to our hand this turn, since playing either of these doesn't really do much. Green, blue, and white. Bay Burrow. Alright, I think we are going to bounce that one. Bay Burrow adds a bunch of mana depending on how many colors they have. And if they just recast it next turn, I'm going to Polymorphist it. Ooh, Beast Whisperer is also pretty fun. Yeah, I guess we're going to Polymorphist that. Stop them from drawing a bunch of cards. And then I'll go ahead and play out the Assistant and exploit itself. Scry 2, draw a card. Those are both pretty darn good. We're just going to tempo them out here, it feels like. Bouncer their next play, hold up Shelter. Spark double our Bouncer, hold up Shelter. This only bounces creature or permanents, right? It doesn't bounce spells. Yeah. I guess we could copy Baron. Ooh, Ren. Yeah, if they make a token here, we just bounce it. Yeah, Bouncer. Kill that. Hit him for 2.
Even in defeat, we grow.
There's the Elder again. Alright, bunch of mana dorks we don't care about. Yeah, I think we just smash here. No blocks. That's kind of scary. They have a use for all that mana. Let's Bone Crafter and see what we hit from them. Kinnan. What's their plan here? What are they gonna do with a bunch of mana that we're worried about? I feel like I should probably Spark Double. I don't know if that's right. You know what I could have done? I could have copied Baron, bounced my own Clone Crafter, and drawn a bunch of cards. I would have gotten double Baron trigger. Maybe that was a little bit better. Oh, they have like a Gear Hulk? No, this is like a Shark Typhoon then. Alright, let's just go to combat, see what they do. It could be a bunch of different things. Could be a Wrath? Alright, I'm gonna pass priority. Yeah, let's just pass. They're doing something sneaky. It was too clear that they had something, so... Good payoff there, not running out into the shark. Garrick. Garrick's good here.
The farmer fertilizes crops, but
Okay.
cracks always grow.
How close am I to killing them? Not that close, I guess. Since the great shark is blue, I can't give... Oh, wait. Wait. Wait, what happens if I flash out Lutri here? No, I can put him to 1 next turn, can I? Yeah, I can put him to 1. Oh wait, no. Never mind. I don't have enough mana for that. Alright, so we'll just draw for turn. Go ahead and play out Whirler Rogue. Give our bouncer unblockable. Oh, I actually need to kill Garrett because they have a food token. Never mind. So it's not right to not right to attack face. We can activate Kinnan here, funny enough. Our Spara's headquarters allows us to do so. Ooh, that's a draw 2. That's pretty good. Yeah, I regret not spark doubling my Baron and bouncing my Clone Crafter. Getting a lot of value that way. Okay, we'll wait for them to target, and then we will shelter. Go white. Okay. Did they just kill themselves? They only have 4 blockers. They don't have any mana to use the food. If I play Celestis, tap the one of the Thopters and the Celestis, give the bouncer unblockable. That's 3, 4. 5 damage. I can put him to 1. Whenever you... Oh. Okay, they just gave up. I was going to be able to play Celestis and activate Kinnan there, because Celestis would have added 2 mana from Kinnan, but... I guess just think long enough and the opponent is over it. Alright, 2-0. I mean, I guess if we play against a bunch of other derpy creature decks... Maybe that's our route to getting to 7 wins with this deck. On the play... This is sketchy. Questionable for sure. Alright, that made it quite a bit better. Turn 3 Illyrios. Oh, where was that stowaway last turn? Illyrios into Solemn, into Spark Double or something. Going on mono green over there. Go ahead and grab a blue source, another blue source. Ooh. Oracle with Huntmaster on top is scary. Are they gonna bottom? And now they're drawing an Angel next turn? They have another land in their hand. This is not good. That's pretty good. Are they ever blocking here? Probably not. Angel of Invention next turn. It's gonna make their Oracle and Visionary 3/3s. Okay, I'm gonna get the Stowaway online then and put the loot tree in our hand. Get looting. Into Mirari's Wake next turn too. Not ideal. I guess on the bright side, if they don't have any more lands in their hand and they don't hit any off of Oracle next turn, if they just play Wake, they're not going to have much to do with it afterwards. They're going to lead on Tristani. Okay, that gives them a bunch of life linkers. Let's get the attack in. Loot. Baron. It's not bad. Guess we're discarding the loot tree. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Ah, they hit 2 lands off the top. Okay. Yeah. Where's the Wake? Sure. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm pretty close to killing them next turn. But now they're gonna have the, I need to get rid of their life linkers here. So I might have to Baron... Spark double Baron. I can hit him down to 6. And how do I kill him the following turn? They have 2, they have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, they're just gonna have infinite life. Ay, 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 ay. I guess I'm gonna Spark double the Cavalier and just pray. And then let's go like this, and we're gonna put the land on top because they have the Agent of Rafine. What does that mean that they ate the 5/5 and not the 6/6? Okay, they're gonna draw Apparition. Land on top, infinite mana. Oh, and they're drawing a Time Walk next turn. Alright, well, we're probably dead now. We need them to mess up, I guess. Oh, you can't take that. It has 5. Hold up. If they just play Angel, don't attack, we win with Whirler Rogue. That's why I put the island on top if they activate the perfect. Oh my gosh. I think we got them. I think they done goofed. Oh, I guess... No, they did see the play. Dang it. So they're gonna go to 4. Sorry, they're gonna go to 10, and I only have 9 on the board. That's so brutal. Yeah, and then we definitely just die next turn. I need to find 1 damage somehow. Oh, I guess I didn't have enough artifacts anyways. Wait. Wait, we do win. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Never mind. We whirl a rogue. Respite. Cavalier unblockable. 3-2 unblockable. That's GG. Woo! Found it, baby. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, had to do a little bit of thinking there, but as soon as I decided to use 1% of my brain power, clearly it was super easy. Yikes. Isn't as fun as playing blue-red spells? No. It's not. Is it a nice change of pace? Maybe for some of you. It's fine, it's fine. And I do think it's a good idea for me to do different strategies as well so other people can see, you know, that there are a bunch of good archetypes in this format. We are on the draw here with a turn 2 stowaway. This is a keep and probably cry. This hand is not very good. Would be much better on the play, because oftentimes if you play stowaway on turn 2 and your opponent is on the draw, they don't have anything to do. And so they'll flip it, right? And you'll get just a 2-power unblockable that draws a card every turn. Our opponent is ramping very hard. Sheesh. Turn 2 ramp, turn 3 ramp. Turn 3 more ramp. They're gonna have 7 mana next turn. Well... I guess we do nothing. I'd say our odds of winning this game at this point are super low. They just play 1 big threat and that's basically over. That's fine. Okay, that could have been much worse. Should not have played that island before attacking. That was very silly. Well, I'm just gonna discard that loot tree. That's what it's good for. I guess we're gonna solemn for a white source now, instead of holding up bouncer to bounce the token. Like, their best play last turn was making a copy of my stowaway and using emergent sequence, so... Oh, is it a copy of the flipped one? It is! Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was just a copy of the flipped one. So this is a copy of my Seafaring Werewolf, so it's just a 1/1 that draws a card when it hits me. that. Do you think we want this? I'm gonna go ahead and go for a respite on my Solemn Simulacrum, even though they're clearly holding open something. Because if they wanted to kill Solemn in response, I'd be happy with that, you know? More land, and then we're gonna bounce their token. So why did they shock themselves? They must be holding open something. I'm not gonna speculate, there could be too many things. Really what I want to do is find our shelter. Ooh, Omnath. I want to find shelter so that I can get the Soul Herder online without being worried about it. Better draw our teleportation circle. Okay, gain 4. Let's go ahead and bounce the frog. Sure, they're gonna fight my stowaway probably. They're gonna fight Solemn? Ooh, I'm okay with that. Aw. Got excited. I mean, we can just Soul Herder, Spark Double Soul Herder, and start going to town. Start bouncing everything and getting a bunch of lands. Yeah, that seems fine. We're gonna shrink the Solemn a little bit, but for good value. And now at least if they kill one of the Soul Herders, I still have a second, you know? Cavalier with Solemn Simulacrum is pretty nice. We get to brainstorm and then shuffle away the brainstormed cards. I actually like double blocking here if they're going to make this attack. And if they want to use a trick, they're killing one of my more irrelevant creatures instead of my Soul Herders. Maybe they didn't expect this, but I'm okay with this. Sweet. Go to damage. Take that all day. Squirrel? Once again, pass with infinite mana open. Alright, maybe they do have a counter, but I'm gonna run into it. Feels like for some reason they have like Sublime Epiphany. Well, well, well. And they're copying the Ravenous. I could counter, or I could get rid of the Ravenous. They're bouncing my Spark Double, sure. just replay out the Spark Double. I can't double flicker the same Solemn, but I'm not flickering either of the Soul Herders. Whoa! Okay. I can dig that. And they do trample. 7, 10, 15, 16, 17. It's a lot of damage. I think we're gonna leave the crab back to, or sorry, the Solemn back to chump next turn. Baron's a solid draw. Okay. Baron that. Lirios. Ass. Flicker Baron. Flicker Lirios. I think we're gonna bounce the land. I could just die to a burn spell. Or if they have another counter or something, we're dead. Do I have a way to gain life in this deck? Oh, you know what I realized? We don't have Cloud Blazer or Mole Drifter or the, whatever you call it. Guard Mage. Alright, so we set this up as a pretty nice one. I figured they were going to go for the Croak on the end raise, that's why we held up Cast Out. I do lose if they have an enchantment removal spell this turn, because then the Goose would get bigger, but looks like they don't. Very nice. Okay, so. Hallowed Respite is only non-legendary. I'm gonna attack with the Solemn and see if they give me a card with it. They can also just put the Crab in front of it, but these Soul Herders are pretty swole. Okay. Let's grab another land. Get to flicker 3 things here. This. Now we want to bounce the flyer, which is the Goose. If they kill the Cast Out, I do die, but that's only because I decided to attack my Soul Herders. But I do also need to put them on a clock, you know? So, I accept my death if they draw an enchantment removal spell. Return any number of creatures with power 10 or greater. Oh, so they only get 2 creatures here. Oh, it's a Death Touch Trampler! Oh, I do lose. Oh, maybe they don't realize that, though. Oh, wait, they... Oh, they're actually gonna get the Omnath trigger, too! Oh, well, we were just very dead either way. Yeah, didn't matter. The Death Touch Trample was already going to kill us. So what could I have done differently that game then? I guess the only play was to Baron my own permanent earlier. But I don't know if we were ever going to beat that. Yeah. Maybe not running into the Epiphany. I don't know. Like I said, I don't think our deck is very good versus those over-the-top decks. I think our deck gets smashed by those decks, so it's not a surprise that it did in fact happen there. Oh man, this hand sucks. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. Just doesn't do enough. This at least has some potential. We're gonna wait a turn or two before deciding to cycle cast out or not. Okay, now we don't need to. So we drew another land. That's kind of annoying. Alright, I'm just gonna play out a 2-1 for 2. Sure. I'm A-okay with that play. We have Micaeus in this deck too. Alright, time to run out the Soul Herder and say, can you kill it? And if not, we get to start doing some good nightclub bouncer stuff. So they don't have a land in their hand. That's kind of terrifying. They have 3 spells. I'm pretty surprised they didn't attack with Jadar. I main phase the bouncer because I obviously want to get the Soul Herder trigger. What does this even do again? Elves you control have tap, add black. Put 2/1 counters up to 1 target elf. Untap it against Death Touch. Create a 1/1 green elf token. Get an emblem whenever you cast an elf spell. It gains haste until end of turn. Okay. Well, I guess I'm just gonna pass here and flicker. Bounce the Tiber Kell, and then if they recast it, I have Kindred Denial for it. Good too. All of our 4-drops are really good, so want to counter any 4-drop we can. Okay, now we're gonna start running away, I think. Let's keep bouncing. Gonna flicker the 1/1 here. Things we can never beat. Wrath effects. We don't care about that. They just recast that, huh? No? It's a good draw. So let's attack with these 2. That's unblockable, so you can't block that one. Hope to hit a land here for Clone Crafter plus Teleportation Circle. Yeah, let's get rid of Mikaeus. Steal a creature from their deck. The Frog, and then we're going to play Circle. And keep going with value. Bouncer plus Crafter. More value, please. Thank you. Have a Gigant in their deck? Strange. Ooh, my circle. Okay. That's more or less fine. And the dog. Yeah, sure. So I guess we just attack for one unblockable, get a loot in. It's very good, there we go. Discard their stinky Gigantha, and we will play Whirlorogue out. Return loot tree to our hand. Flicker the Whirlorogue this time. Get a bunch of tokens. Alright, and they are off it. So they were probably just another random mid-range creature-based deck with Planeswalkers. We need to run into more of those type of decks. Big over-the-top decks can never win. Aggro decks or other decks, otherwise maybe we can win. God, this damn Pilfer, man. Get it out of my hand. Get it out of my deck. Keep this, but it's not great. We need to find some lands here. That's a great sign for us. Lion Sash. Love seeing that. We steal a Halpak Piper. And we do have green off of Celestis. Sure. So go Celestis Pass. This is not really a card we want. We're never playing that. Sorcery speed. Oh! We're dead. Oh, how do I beat Mirari's Wake? I can't. I need to draw Cast Out. I'm literally just dead to Wake. 2, 4, 6, 8. They have minimum 9 mana next turn. Jeez Louise. I guess I could try to Spark double the Clone Crafter and see if they have a way to steal something, but this is so miserable already. I could try to hit a Rex Sage, I guess. Rinse. Okay, well, good game. One, two, three, four. They get to make 4 of them? Oh my god. Oh wait, the auto tapper is kind of screwing them here. They have to manual tap. Oh. 2, 4, 5. They could have made one more, but not that it really matters. Oh, the Caryatid still taps for 2. Never mind. No, yeah, auto tapped. It doesn't matter. Love it. Yeah. Okay. We're just, yeah. Our one weakness, cards with, or decks with cards that cost 5 or more. I will say, I'm happy we got to 4 wins, so win or lose here. Good beats, but, yeah. We will go to the next game. I was excited at the start. They led off with a couple of creatures. That was all extremely beatable, and then they played Mirari's Wake, and I didn't have cast out. Perfect timing. Okay, if they don't have a play here at turn 2, and we just get to start drawing extra cards, baby. Aw, boo. Discard excess land. We wanted to draw an island there for Baron, but we'll have to do with Champion. I discard Shelter and Baron now. Please don't go over the top of me. I've already exposed my secrets. I can't beat cards that cost 5 or more. Okay. Okay. Well, they're gonna have a lot of mana next turn. I will say that. This card. Actually, we don't need the Sparas because we're gonna go Island, Solemn for Island. Ah! And just like that, we're dead again. Ay, ay, ay. Make a bunch of slugs, infinite trigger the Gallagreators. I will play this Cavalier and probably just concede. We would need exactly cast out there. Alright, good stuff. Yowza, dude. Well, I will say this. I did go into the draft forcing the Flicker deck with whatever second pick Soul Herder. And honestly, we were like 5 playables short, so... this was by no means a very good Flicker deck. We had some fun games with it, and we had a lot of the actual Flicker cards, but we were like 5 cards... 5 cards lacking. We were playing a lot of filler. Macias was garbage here, Stitched Assistant garbage, Pilfer extreme garbage, Finale no synergy. Like, there were a lot of cards that didn't make any sense, so... And that's a look at a little bit of a Flicker deck here in this Chromatic Cube. Tomorrow, maybe there's blue-red, who knows? Maybe I try a different archetype, who knows? For now, thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe again. And as always, if you're looking for Magic cards, whether they be from like Double Masters 2022, which is going on pre-order now, or like Baldur's Gate, which I think is being sold now, check out cardkingdom.com/Numot. I appreciate that. We'll see you back tomorrow. Peace out.